the truth is, if you talk about Phoenix fashion and you don't mention EKPEN, you either hating or you just don't know. Like, we're doing traditionals. This is all made in Nigeria. Jefe's top made in Nigeria. These are traditional.
Yeah.
You see that mine is more traditional. His is a mixture of a more modern style, right? And then we're doing the denim. So me and Rob both got the denims on.
Sure.
Yeah. So we're doing everything in between. Okay. This is about capturing a mindset. It's about capturing a culture. This is like the African Renaissance. So, you know, tap in with us because we're using our ideas and weaving it into our clothing.
All right, we are back again. This is SongLab Live. And wait. It's been a minute, but I'm in the chair once again. You are here with EarlAlex, and we are here with new artists as well as a clothing maker from, you know, hey, I'm gonna let them introduce themselves so you can get to know. But you know what we do. We bring you the people you need to get to know. So we're gonna start over here, letting them introduce themselves. And then we're gonna go to my man who's gonna let you know why we're all here today at SongLab Live. So let's go ahead.
Shit. Yeah, it's Patty LaBelle's nephew. You know what I mean? It's young Phoenix phenom. It's Lord Raw of Halal Boys, man.
Oh yeah, it's the owner of the most chains in the world. Never got scammed by Jacob Arabo. You know what I'm saying? It's gorgeous Jefe bagging a motherfucking building. You know what I mean?
All right. Go ahead, my man. Tell them who you are.
It's Nedum, aka Black Fabio, aka Eze Udo One of Okwane. So I'm the founder of EKPEN Worldwide and designer for our fashion brand, EKPEN. Everybody's dripping in EKPEN right now. You look and feel good.
Man.
So it came through the collision. So that's the brand.
Let's go.
Yeah. And I had to be the odd one out, just rocking a Hanes shirt.
We'll get
you know
next
what I'm
time.
saying? Hey, he gonna get me next time. But no, I've been rocking with my man for a minute, and he's always been in there doing his thing and just making sure that his brand is being represented in the highest light. You know what I'm saying? Anytime he come with content, it's dope. But also, you know what I'm saying? You already know how the brand is. You know what I'm saying? How it's draped on them. You see what they doing over here. They ain't playing with what they doing. I'm trying to tell you.
I mean, this is, we're doing it in a way that nobody else in Phoenix is doing it. Like, the truth is, if you talk about Phoenix fashion and you don't mention EKPEN, you either hating or you just don't know. Like, we're doing traditionals. This is all made in Nigeria. Jefe's top made in Nigeria. These are traditional.
Yeah.
You see that mine is more traditional. His is a mixture of a more modern style, right? And then we're doing the denim. So me and Rob both got the denims on.
Sure.
Yeah. So we're doing everything in between. Okay. This is about capturing a mindset. It's about capturing a culture. This is like the African Renaissance. So, you know, tap in with us because we're using our ideas and weaving it into our clothing.
Now, along with that, not only are you doing the clothing and representing the culture in that way, giving people a better way to dress that's more authentic to who they are, let them know about the website and what you're doing with the content.
Yeah,
there.
okay, let me start out. Like, first of all you EKPEN, culturally rich fan gang members, I see y'all. You guys are going insane, loco out there. Like, I don't see anybody doing it like you guys are doing it, and you guys are in my DMs, you guys are in my text messages, letting me know I see you guys, all right? Keep pressing on their souls. We're not done yet. I got it tatted in my skin. We're gonna do this till we're old and gray, all right? Until we're ancient. So the website, we started it back in December. This was a website, I mean, you know, we've been out here doing fashion for 3-4 years.
Yeah.
So it was time to kind of make our own media because everybody wants to tell our stories for us. But it comes a time, especially as a brand like ours, we have to tell our own stories our way, from our perspectives. And that's even why we're here today, because we've been out here for 4 years, following these guys for about 2, and I'm wondering why Phoenix isn't messing with these guys, honestly. Like, honestly, I'm like,
Oh no.
you got these guys out here making legendary runs, and nobody's talking about them. Well, it seems like that's our opportunity, so here we are.
100%.
Yeah.
Now, that's on the clothing as well as the content side, and his brand is blowing up. He's doing his thing. You already heard him shout out Culturally Rich Gang. Look,
Rich gang.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we see you guys. Yeah, you guys are doing it crazy.
100%. But also we at SongLab, we are all about the creativity of the artists and people bringing music to the forefront. We want to introduce you to some music that you can go and rock and new people you can get into, because look, the artists that are coming out today, a lot of people get missed in the shuffle because a lot of people is just putting out, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But we try to bring to you that quality. And so along with him coming through representing the brand and showing his cultural representation through clothing, he brought a few artists which are going to talk about what they do and are going to give you an introduction into who they are and what their music is about. So
look, before they do that, I just want to say these guys are probably the only two artists right now in Phoenix that are actually on a run, like on a legit run. Like you check the track record with consistency and quality, you could just keep going back. All right, so like. Yeah, I'm gonna let them talk. I can talk. Yo,
I was able appreciate it.
Let us know who y'all is again, and then introduce them to your music. Where can they find it? What are your social media handles? All them good things.
Word.
Shit, we are the Halal Boys. You know what I mean? HALAL Boys. You can find us everywhere, to be honest.
Everywhere.
Spotify been kind of iffy though, cause they iffy. So you know what I mean, it's been no love for them on the last few releases. But yeah, mainly Bandcamp is where we be at. So either under Lord Raw or Gorgeous Jefe on the Bandcamp.
Sure.
And then you can find me on Instagram under oldman.ra. So Old Man Raw. And then find Jefe under Gorgeous Jefe. You know what I mean?
Sir.
Shit. But yeah, nah, been making music damn near 10 years. So there's a lot to get to if y'all want to do a deep dive. We all over
let's
SoundCloud, all that shit.
Let's start with, for one, what got y'all into rapping? How did y'all become a group? And then, you know what I'm saying, like, did you guys start in Arizona? And if not, what brought you to Arizona and how you guys are doing your thing now?
We're both Phoenix natives. You know what I'm saying?
Born and raised.
You know, it's funny because like when we started making music, Phoenix's art scene was very white and very separated from like the narratives of Black and brown folks.
Very much like rock centric.
Yeah.
Electronic music centric.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was real hipstery, you know what I'm saying? I think that when we came in as youngsters amongst a group of youngins for real, it was like a more raw side to what was really going on, you know what I mean, in niggas' day-to-day lives in the city of Phoenix and in the neighboring cities of Mesa, Glendale, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want me to start as far as starting making music?
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, go ahead, bro.
Word. So, I mean, I've been making music since I was at least like 7 years old, bro. Like, I think I made like my first beat on FL when I was like 7. But nothing crazy, like just rhythms and stuff like that. Like I've been doing art since I was a little kid, man. Like drawing and stuff like that, trying to paint, you know what I mean? Playing guitar, playing drums and stuff like that. I didn't start like writing my raps down until I was like 13, just because, you know, I was a very angry child growing up. So I felt like I needed a way of expressing that. And with that being said, I was writing my raps. And then I needed beats, and the beats that I liked, you know, I'll go on YouTube, look up like a Moral Technique type beat and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Crazy as hell. Cause I fucked with it. I fucked the Revolutionary Volume 2. There's some joints on there.
You gotta take time to find your type. You know
exactly. Yeah, it took me a minute. Or like YG, DJ Mustard type beats, shit like that. It was kind of a nasty mix. But the beats I found on YouTube was all expensive as hell. I'm like 14 years old, mind you, so I couldn't really.
All right, that $40 lease looked like 40,000
million. Hey, you know what I mean? It was paper, bro. I didn't have no money. I was too young to get a job, so I figured, fuck it, I'll make my own beats. So I was doing that, and I really enjoyed making beats more than like recording myself because I couldn't stand the fucking sound of my voice. So I was like, man, I'm gonna just make beats. And you know, I started producing for homies like my homie Splash Fuego. Shout out my nigga.
Shouts out Splash.
You know, Catman's Q. I was producing for them niggas. We was all in like a big ass group. And then how we interacted was the two homies I just mentioned. They had went to a U-Haul show that him and his homies was
yeah, to elaborate on that a little, like, so Damn. Yeah, so that's actually a great way to introduce how I basically picked it up. So again, like same sort of story where like I've been rapping like my whole life. Like I was writing poems early on and shit at the park. I shared with nobody. Like my mom pretty much knew, but I never like read her them. She just knew I was writing them and shit. But it was my cousin. He kind of like pushed me out my comfort zone to like rap and shit. He was starting a group at the time called Live Great. And it was gonna be him and like a couple more of his friends that he went to high school with. But yeah, he asked me at the Golden Corral buffet back when I was like 14, and then I was just like, cause he had asked me like 3 times before that, and I said no, cause I was like nervous as fuck to like put any of my art in front of people, cause the most I've done is like little art shows at my school and shit, and that's just cause like that was part of the grade. If I didn't do it, I would have got failed. Like, so I had to go hang my shit up. But this was like a big step, and yeah, like a year or 2 into it, our manager at the time, shouts out Mike, he had started setting up these U-Haul shows for us to do downtown. So like we would rent out a U-Haul, find a little dirt lot in downtown Phoenix, and just do a show out the back of that motherfucker. And like the first few of them, shit, damn near all of them, Splash and Cadmus, Malik's homies was performing.
That's my government name, by the way. My government name is Malik. You know
oh yeah, my fucking fault. Yeah, I will do that a lot because we actually friends in real life, so it's like
that's my government.
You know what I mean? Like I actually like this person.
Breaking news: the group members are you and they ain't
Like, not in real life. 2 rappers that work together actually are cool. Like,
for you niggas that want to kill y'all homies, but y'all be taking pictures with niggas, even though y'all want to kill them and shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
hey, dog.
If it wasn't for the gram, you'd be dead.
Oh,
Let's get
God.
let's get this.
Work for the laws of this
good rapper. But yeah, like it was insane, bro. Cause I would hear brothers like early producer tag all the time at these shows. Yeah. And it was fucking, I don't know if you cool with me saying it on it. The niggas was kids by the way too. Like
16, 17,
yeah, like contextually niggas was mad young. Like yeah, like I got in the booth by the way when I was like 15, like for the first time, but I was rapping the whole time before that.
Mind you, I'm 25, he's 24, so like relatively young niggas, man.
But now I used to like imagine, bro, you sitting there, a good Phoenix night, whole crowd full of people, bunch of college kids, just a mosh podge of just people in different races and faces. You sitting there getting ready to perform, or you sitting there getting ready to hear some music. All you hear is Malik McFly, fucking your bitch in outer space.
That was the tag,
nigga. I turned around so fast.
Why you have to be fucking the bitch in outer space though?
Bro, I'm gonna ask the question.
Yeah, you need to explain.
I want to explain. No, please explain. I'm asking you to explain.
So
it to me and I still don't get it,
bro. So it was junior year of high school and shit. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, I was like a little virgin ass kid. So like obviously I won't fucking nobody home in outer space. So let me throw that out there. Earth. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Earth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
your beat tag says otherwise. But go ahead.
I'll explain. All right. Gucci Mane is my second favorite rapper of all time. And you know, I always hated when like I would hear like mixtapes like Trap Back 2 and shit like that, where like they would have like DJ Holiday just rattling off talking about a bunch of nonsense. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever the fuck you wanted to.
And you know, it's me and my homie Andrew in our history class, and we just, before our class starts, we're just listening to this song. We just like making fun of the tag. So he's like, what if you did a tag? And he said it. And I was like, you know what? You know what? So I had my nigga Splash do it and shit like that. Like kind of in that style, because it, as silly as it is, it's an attention grabber. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, so shit, it works, nigga. Like, so you know,
so nobody had a B tag in Phoenix for real. So I was like,
I mean, it was on me too. I was like, damn, you fucking my bitch in outer space. I can't even take her to outer space. How you get
her? Like, you know what's crazy? That shit didn't hit me
before Elon Musk and shit. How you get her in outer space? I want to get my bitch in outer space.
Before niggas found out about like Jeff Bezos, you know,
got her on the moon and shit. I can't give her a star, nigga. You the one. I want to fuck my bitch too.
I like my bitch. I like my bitch. But on Earth.
Shout out all the women.
Yeah,
fellas, all them. In the days, you know what I'm saying,
Earth ladies.
I'm a pro man now. I've changed.
Love that.
the girls of the world. You know what I mean? Love them. They're all beautiful.
We were young and impressionable, you know what I'm saying?
ahead.
Just saying things, you know what I'm saying? Niggas was going off that rich homie Quan, the young thug, just saying whatever the fuck.
I
You know what
forgot
I'm
they was looking good too.
you know.
Not for nothing.
Well, okay. So, you know what I'm saying? The tag hit, and that's how you noticed him. That put him on your radar.
Right. Oh yeah. My fault. Yeah, we got a little sidetracked.
I do that. I do.
Yeah, I was like, no, it's the lore a little extensive, but a lot of drop
We
down
went to outer
truths.
space, so we back.
You know what I mean? We back on Earth though. We back on Earth.
Phoenix, Arizona.
But yeah, I heard that crazy shit, and obviously, like, I had knew of them just from like knowing Splash and all that. And them niggas was cool as hell. But it took till we was like 19 and 20 respectively. We joined a book club during quarantine, dog. Like,
Actually, that sounds like a very healthy activity for a rapper.
that was our whole thing, was like we was trying to like find shit to do that wasn't with like other degenerate rap niggas, like
Young adult shit, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
like we was trying to grow up, man.
Read books.
It was no longer
Young
fucking
adult
women
shit's
in
some
outer
great
space.
novels.
You know, we was you know what I'm saying? We was trying to, you know, shop, eat some raps and shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, get all the healthy snacks, you know.
It was getting real contemporary around that time.
Buying a banana at the grocery store, you know what I'm saying? Not at the grocery store, at the corner store, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you feel me?
He said, no sugar, please, only guava.
You know what I mean?
I think I will wear those Dockers
It's just, yeah, like, dog, like, nigga, it was real freakalicious.
and my taxes and shit.
Yeah, you know, trying to be responsible adults, you know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I was like seeing a woman at the time and shit. Like they was trying to get their life together, and then we bumped into like, you would think like a book club is like the last place you would bump into all the weirdos, but
Shit depends
we
on the
bumped
book.
into.
Yeah.
Nigga, there was no bus. That was like niggas riding. Outside, we tried. I did. So it became like some let's get to know each other shit for like the first few months, and then that shit devolved. That's besides the
That
point.
sounds like single dating in a library or something.
It was pretty. It was pretty much that. It was that shit was like a MySpace comment section in a room.
And mind you,
In
bro,
real
like,
life, huh?
You know what I mean? In real life for
You
sure.
guys had to write it on Post-it notes.
It was real. It got real sweaty.
It got real sweaty. It got real sweaty. I mean,
So you guys had individual sessions and all, but
Hey yo.
well, no, I'm just saying.
No diddy. No,
I'm just. I don't know what type of breakout groups you guys.
Nah, it was a lot of just odd characters, but then like essentially like it brought us closer. Like, you know what I mean?
in that way.
As like two. Thank God. Thank God we left with dignity and everything else intact.
still, then coming together in that sense, now you've not only worked together at shows,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, and then you guys are now, you know, school activities and shit.
Mm.
Damn near, yeah.
You know what I mean? So how did the group end up forming?
Dude, like,
Those these fucked up niggas.
Basically, and then also, what made you choose Halal Boys? Because halal, you know, I think of halal meat, and I think of the halal process of just, you know, being pure and divine with you.
let me speak on it, bro.
Okay.
So yeah, like, partially it was a mix of two things. Like, bro had mentioned reading the Quran during the book club sessions and stuff like that. And my parents are devout Muslims, bro. So like, I mean, even it's Ramadan right now, niggas be fasting and stuff like that. Like, just handling that side of it. I'm not today, just because I've been traveling and shit like that. I've been doing all types of things, but
Which is permissible.
it's permissible. But he was reading the Quran and stuff. And again, I had known about his music since we were kids. So like, I was like, damn, that's crazy that you reading the Quran and stuff like that. And we kind of connected on that level. You know what I mean? Not that I'm like a Quranic scholar or nothing.
Now we just found out he took like, cause we like you said, like we ain't like really heard from each other since we was kids, and even at that, like we didn't talk like damn near at all when we was children. So it was like just finding out, like, oh nigga, you actually cool, like, you know what I mean? Like I know all your homeboys, I know your music for the most part, but you a cool person, like, you know what I mean? That's what's up.
Because you meet niggas and it's like, oh, I fuck with your music. And then it's like, oh, you're like a strange character. Like, for real. Like, because we knew each other primarily through the internet. So it's like, to me, real life, like, okay, word, this nigga cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then, like, after the sessions or whatever, like, niggas would kick it, smoke, like, play whatever, like, new stuff he was working on and stuff like that. I think bro started to make beats at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it was like,
It was a natural thing, like
Yeah, that shit was falling in place for sure.
Natural elevation. All right. So we was just talking about your music, and you was explaining to me that you first came with an EP, and then you guys came with a couple singles. What are you working on now, and what should people be on the lookout for?
So yeah, man, we was like featuring on each other's like projects, solo and stuff like that, and then we dropped the single "Braille Boys," and that was a fucking banger. You know what I'm saying? And then we went to Virginia for a show, and that shit was crazy, and that was like just even more motivation because that was our first out of state show. To be like, all right, let's come home and like let's get to cooking as far as just making records and stuff like that. So we put together our first tape during like 2022, 2023 called Koofy Conversations. And you know, that shit went up. We got like a whole Bandcamp write-up. That shit was a blessing, you know what I mean? Like had people like tapping in, trying to find out about
Chronically same nigga.
you know what I'm saying? And with that being said, we had recorded so much music during the process of making that album that we had enough for a second album, which became our second album, Black Blues Brothers,
filthy.
which we dropped April of last year. So coming up a year ago now, you know what I mean? And then we just recently had our pop-up for that album 2 weeks ago at the Mesa Art Space Lofts. You know what I mean? Yeah, that shit was going, bro. That shit was jumping. So now we're working on our next project, which is called Spirit Bomb. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, right. Shit, that's really like the.
Let me know what you go through, coming through like Goku. Whoa, what's happening?
It's honestly just a little something to hold people like on like the album for real. You know what I mean? Like, but we just didn't want another situation where we were kind of like sitting on records from the last recording session. You know what I mean? So it's like everything that we got right now before like fully getting into this third project, we just go ahead and throw it on an EP. Cause like we record a lot in my crib. Like I actually don't live too far from the studio and shit. But yeah, no, we always working on music, so that's got that cooking. We got. Yeah, I was like, it's a lot of damn music, bro, to be honest.
All right, well, promote right now. What can they go and see, and you want them to check out right now?
Right about now,
Find out about the Halal Boys right now.
I need everyone to go bump Black Blues Brothers. We got a way better album than Playboy Cardi, bro. I swear to that much. Got a way better album than Playboy Cardi.
I gotta listen to that. I gotta go listen to that. Like,
He's gonna find us. He's gonna find us.
Yeah, man, it's the Halal Boys shit. We dropped the documentary.
June of last year.
I don't know. Yeah, I just said like last year I dropped the Kata, which like I'm really proud of. It was an EP I was working on for a little while, but
and the song raw, you got beats, right?
Oh yeah, no, like a gang of beats.
How they hit you up for beats?
Oh, DM me directly. Old man .raw on Instagram. I would put my email out there, but last time I did that shit was a horrible idea. So yeah, just get at me on the social medias, bro. I'm very approachable on there. Or if you see me in person, let me know. We could talk. Because I am I mix, master, engineer, make beats, do all that shit.
Type of shit, man.
Well, can I get from you guys also, as you've been going through your career, growing, doing your thing, can you let people who may be aspiring artists or looking to have a career kind of like yours, what is a good tip, a tidbit that you'd want to give them? And think about, like, say maybe a main theme or a through point that you've learned as growing as an artist and that you might want to share. You know what I mean?
Tell these niggas to be they fucking self. Cause you know what I'm saying, if you following trends or whatever, when the wave dies down, you gonna be in that thing looking salty as hell, confused as fuck, not knowing where to go or who to see or who to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself and make that shit fly. That's really all niggas. That's all we've been doing this whole time, and it's been working.
Yeah, OG Raw.
Niggas gotta stop being scary. There's a lot of fear and like double questioning and shit.
Niggas be overthinking.
And shit kind of like manufactured to already make you feel that way, so it kind of don't make sense to go for the okie doke. Like, it's like if a motherfucker can't swim and then like you ask them like why they're afraid to swim, and it's like, oh, I don't want to drown. And it's like, well, the best way to not fucking drown is to learn how to fucking swim. So like, so it's like niggas like ask me all day, like, oh, like, how should I record, bro? Should I stand back here? Should I get a little closer to like, what do I need with equipment? And it's like, nigga, just fucking rap. My first few songs were terrible. Like, my first few anything was probably bad, my nigga, but I just kept doing it for like years plus. Like, and then it got better.
Was that bad?
I'm like, this shit be terrible. I know shit be terrible. Like, the first things you make are terrible. Like, bro, I think I still got it. Like, I still got the first, I still got the first like little hat I ever sewed together. That shit is wonky as hell. One of my first beats, and he's heard a lot of my first beats. Like, actually, like, yeah, he was there for that shit. They weren't necessarily terrible. I won't shit on them. I gotta stop shit on them beats, but
It was great.
it was they sounded fucking crazy though. Like,
It's that early stage, man. Niggas be afraid of the early stage because it's like,
They're afraid to look silly.
yeah, afraid to look crazy and shit.
which I feel like is some like real. That's some real asshole shit on niggas' part. I ain't gonna lie. Like, why you expect to just be good? Like, how you that means you want your me. If you looked at me in my years of work in like one conglomerate was just like, oh yeah, I could do that, and then got mad as fuck when you couldn't. It's like, bruh,
We do it ourselves, do it to ourselves because of ego. We do
Right.
it to others because of ego.
right.
It's all ego. That's really like when you're afraid to show your vulnerable parts because of ego, and you look at others when they're vulnerable because of ego.
And that's why the scene has been what it is, right? And that's why folks still don't know until they see this podcast. Shout out to SongLab Live about these cats here, because these cats have been humbly making their moves. Like, you just heard the
So humble.
you know, and you just heard the soul. It's not ego driven. It's no industry plants here. So you see the difference now, right, between quality when it's driven by pure growth. Like they want to grow, and then make their mark on the scene. Yeah. So that's the
100%.
difference.
Well, let me know. I mean, they're growing, they're doing their thing, but let me know about your humble beginnings and how it's been growing your brand and EKPEN and what it's doing, not only for you out here in Arizona, but what you're doing for the culture and why that means so much to you.
Yeah, I have very humble beginnings. I come from nothing. But God blessed me with very solid parents. So through everything, I've had at least those two to show me and guide me through it all. It's pretty much them and my siblings, the only people I really have in this world. But with that, I've lived in many places. We've moved around a lot. I've lived in so many places. I can't even count them right now. But we landed in Phoenix, Arizona about 10 years ago. I've lived all over Arizona. I've lived north, east, south, west. But I've been in Phoenix, downtown now for the last 2 years. That's when I decided to make Phoenix my hometown in America for fashion, for anything that we're doing, and really focus on giving back to where I'm at right now. Yeah. So with EKPEN starting, EKPEN was just something that we've done just consistently for the last 3-4 years. But EKPEN.world, so www.ekpen.world is our most recent project. And we're doing everything we can to shine a light on our stories. These gentlemen you see here today, including Earl, including the man behind the camera, including the man you're seeing here today. Okay, these are the stories that are coming to you straight, right, from where it's at, not being filtered through CNN, MSNBC, what is it? What's the cable news out here? 12 News?
Yeah, ABC, AZ Family.
They don't care about this, right? But we can't expect them to care about this. We care about this, right? So we're putting ourselves on a platform. We're showing everybody what's happening here. And those of us, we're acting like a lighthouse. Those of us that have the same things in their hearts, who want to build their communities the same way, through work, through humble work and serving your friends, your family, yeah? They're going to see that, and they're going to come and say, yeah, how can we tap in? So that's what we're doing, all that ego stuff, we don't care. We don't care anything about that. They can be egoing all they want. They can ego as much as they like. I'm not going to see it. It's not going to touch me, First of all, my God is not a God of confusion. So all that confusing ego thing, it will never touch me. But also, we're just 100% focused on bringing about an African Renaissance, a mind shift, starting with us as young men. Yeah, so ekpen.world, everything you need there as far as fashion, styling, self-improvement, how to be better as a man especially, Go there, read that, share with your friends, and let's be better.
I mean, diversify your bonds, nigga.
And strengthen the bond by being in the community, a part of the community, connected to the community,
You can't fake
to the
funk.
people.
You cannot fake.
Nah, ain't no faking. None of that. No fake here. So as you see from everybody, you heard the stories, you see what we're doing, you see what's going on. Music, clothing, culture, content, brand. It's more than actually a brand. It's an expression of self that we're trying to bring to you that you can get with that's more authentic to self. And so here at SongLab, we love to highlight people of this nature. And we thank you for watching us and checking us out. But it really doesn't mean much unless you go and check out the people we bring to you. So as you see, we have a wonderful group here of artists that are bringing creative music and that are bringing events and things to the forefront that you should be checking out. I'm gonna have them all introduce themselves again before we go. And we also have my man here who's bringing clothing that's more representative of our culture, of who we are, and also is bringing content that represents the culture in Arizona, but the greater culture from around the world, from what really you don't get every day, like he said, from the main news outlets. So I want them to reintroduce themselves, to tell you how you can find them. And I want you to do the work, to connect to the community, connect to these artists, connect to the brands that represent you.
Shit. Yeah, it's Lord Ra. Lord Ra. Ra is spelled with no W. It's spelled like the Egyptian sun god. So R-A, Lordra. Instagram is probably the best place to get with a nigga because social media is dying, and that's the last one I got. Outside of like where to stream my music at, nigga, that's the best place to hit me. So OLDMAN.RA on Instagram, Old Man Ra. And Lord Ra everywhere else, no W.
So you can find me, Gorgeous Jefe. It's Gorgeous Jefe on Instagram, and then Jefe Most Hated on Twitter or X or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm saying? And you can also find me around. I'm places.
Yeah. Nedum, aka Black Fabio. You can find everything on EKPEN.world. Everything you need is there. Socials, all that. Go to EKPEN.world. You'll find what you need from there. Yeah.
All right. Now, thank you for joining us. If I can get y'all all to just, give a shout out to SongLab.
That's too humble. Honest, like he didn't put this whole thing together. It's amazing.
Yeah, no, it's a beautiful setup, dog. I swear. Like,
Yeah, honestly, the SongLab team has been really dedicated to making sure that we're bringing good content to the people. It's been Fleek. It has been Naveen the Queen. It has been, what was my homegirl? Come on, I don't want to forget her name. My bad.
someone help you.
Shouts out to her. Shouts out to her.
Not free the truth too. But then I'm talking about other homegirl. Come on now. She's the host. Yeah, no, well, she hasn't really hosted like that, but she's been on a couple times. All I'm saying is
Y'all gotta cut
the
that.
team that no, we ain't gotta cut nothing out because it's all thinking it's all real. It's all real.
Y'all, she know who like y'all.
Yeah, so who she is.
Like,
No, it's we're gonna put her name on the screen.
Yeah.
K-Book. There's plenty of people who've been in the mix and have rocked with SongLab throughout this time. Oh, and of course AZ Friday. You know what I'm saying? So much love to my brother there. But there's plenty of people who've rocked with us and helped us to get it to where it is today. And it's all love. And I thank you guys for joining me as I'm hopping back on. I haven't been in this seat in a minute, but I love being here. I love the energy and I love rocking and bringing this to the people. So first off, thank you very much for coming through, watching what we do, checking us out. Continue to do that because we're going to continue to bring you the best. Look, we got him here with us, and we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep rocking.
Amen.
So that's what it is. Thank you for joining. It's EarlAlex, and this is SongLab Live.
Peace, y'all. Peace.
We got the gunshots.
Niggas is dying for this.
That's dope. Like, nah, I ain't never got the gunshot before. That's what's up.
Hey, thank you for tuning in and watching what we had to offer. Continue to look at what we have by following us on all the social medias and subscribing to our channels, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere you can find us. SongLab Live.